What's up, guys? So, change of plans. I was originally going to get you a Minato gameplay, but I was unable to do so. I really don't know if I can get that out by Sunday, but I just wasn't able to do it. So, this leads me to basically a short video, pretty much just ranting off, and it's just something that's a recurring issue when it comes to Naruto Online, and it pretty much affects spenders the most, at least heavy spenders, because I've been dealing with this since the game came out. So in the past 2 days, you have witnessed me doing the Lucky Star wheel, which should not be called Lucky Star in the first place. And I have only managed to get a Shirado, as well as a few summoning scrolls. Now, when I originally did this video, I was way more pissed. So I tried to be more reasonable before I get, the dumbest comments in the world about everything that I already know, and people are just basically going to repeat it to me. So when it comes to this event, first of all, you need to know is that Naruto Online is a pay-to-win competitive browser game. And the term pay-to-win competitive browser games come from China because people take browser games very seriously. And unlike us playing these games for a few years, people in China will often play them very competitively for 3 to 5 months and then move on to the next browser game. Now, obviously, people will stay in these games and still play them, but the competition kind of lacks out, and then people that play the game for a very long time are able to get ahead. So competitive games are different in China because in America, or at least outside of China, I should say, they last for years at a time, and you will basically play them because of the amount of money and time you already invested into it. So, pretty much me doing the last 150 spins that I promised I would do. If I wasn't going to get anything, I would just not continue. And you guessed it, because of me doing this rant video, I did get nothing. Not even a seal scroll, not even a summoning scroll. It's beyond ridiculous. And I mean, seal scrolls and summoning scrolls hold a value less per each multi. So if you're spending 200 coupons or ingots per 10 spins, it should be a pretty high chance of obtaining a summoning scroll or a seal scroll, because seal scrolls are like 135 in the shop, and summoning scrolls are, who gives a shit? I mean, they're like less than 100 ingots or 100 ingots each or whatever they are. But it's beyond ridiculous. I mean, the term RNG is never fair. And when people use the word luck around, it's honestly becomes annoying. I mean, I've been playing these competitive browser games for over a year. And that means, yes, I've been spending into all these stupid competitive browser games. But it's not the idea of them being pay to win a competitor that pisses me off. It's more the fact that when they say they have a luck-based RNG system, it has nothing to do with luck, at least for the heavy spending aspect of it. Now, when a free player does a free draw and manages to get themselves something super rare in an event, you can consider that luck, because it didn't take any resources for them to obtain it. But even when it goes to summoning for any sort of ninja treasure, like Kage treasure, luck has nothing to do with that, okay? You can say luck determines which rare you get or which super rare you get, but in order for you to obtain those, you need a fixed amount of seal scrolls, or even if it's not fixed, it has a set threshold. And what that means is okay, so let me rephrase this. So it's a set threshold to the point where until you use a X amount of seal scrolls, then you will obtain that specific character. But the character varies. So let's go into Kage treasure, where you have, like, I don't even know, like 2 million ninjas to go from, at least 7 rares, I think, 2 supers, and then Itachi I can consider ultra rare because you need fragments. So, before you get any sort of rare, you need to put about 60, and 60 is the average, okay? 60 is not a guaranteed rare. There have been times in the past where it took me 120 seal scrolls to get myself a rare, and that was when I was pulling for the Tendo in the Tendo treasures. So, anywhere between 60 to like 120, I guess, is when you can get a rare. You can even get a rare before 60. So the threshold, I don't even know. I guess the threshold could be anywhere from 40 to 100 and something. So almost the cost of 2 rares. But commonly enough, we see everyone get a rare at about 60 scrolls. And that's why we say it's 60 scrolls. So luck has nothing to do with you getting a rare at 60. But luck determines whether you get a Chojuro or a Mei. So that's the kind of deciding factor. Now, when we go into super rares, for Susanoo Sasuke or Raikage, the threshold is 800 to 1,000 scrolls, I believe. The lowest reports I've seen of a super is somewhere between 800 to 900. And then most people get it between 900 to 1,000, around 950, 960. So then once you use up all those scrolls, which we all know how much money and ingots and how many scrolls it is anyway, you guys know the drill. You have a 50-50 chance of getting a Raikage or a Sasuke. Now on the bright side, at least you won't get a duplicate unless you already obtained both super rares, so you can get both. And then, Susanoo Itachi, you basically get fragments. For every rare ninja you get at least 1 to 2 Itachi frags. So that's pretty much the way it works. So there's not really much luck involved except for which ninja you're getting. Okay. But then they release these kind of luck-based RNG events. Now, the biggest problem is just Unlucky Star. The rewards do not justify the spending. And I have witnessed all the top spenders in this game, how much money they spent. Personally, I know what all this stuff really equivalates to as far as value, just by seeing somebody's account. And people will tell me how much they spent for things they get anyway. So you're spending that much to get a small chance of getting a QB, where it's just beyond ridiculous. I mean, I honestly believe that heavy spenders in this game are flagged. I mean, they have lower odds and lower rates than everybody else. I have witnessed people doing the recharge wheel. They did 200 spins for an entire week and still not obtain the Raikage or Minato when we had both recharge wheels. I personally did a lot on the Minato wheel, did not receive him, while a lot of people did like $5 to $50 and managed to get him. And those people tended to be generally low spenders, or they were like first time, free to play people who decided to recharge because they got into the game and managed to get themselves some Minato. So the occurrence is really suspicious for spenders to keep getting shafted. And I mean, it is like you play the game at your own risk, obviously. You need to realize that everything you put into this game is pretty much equates to nothing. It doesn't matter how much money you put into your account. It's not going to be seen as the same amount of value of how much money and time you put into it. So you have to be prepared to lose everything in the first place for you to spend in the games. That's the only reason why people spend so much money, is because they can afford to just lose their account. And here I was so triggered from, the spins and all this shit that this game gives me, that I ended up going for Zabuza frags for some damn reason. And I already had both Zabuzas 5-stars. So honestly, I am more calm doing this side because I was just like cursing nonstop the first time I recorded this. And I just know I would have gotten too many shit comments about it. So I figured I would redo this and try to give some sort of information that people will still disregard and still say, yeah, I'm just always crying, whatever. I really don't care. I'm here to tell you from my experience and give you my opinions as well as my criticism. And the whole idea of this video is that people that aren't heavy spenders need to be aware that heavy spenders get shafted on when it comes to RNG. I mean, I already said what happened in recharge wheels. Now when it comes to this wheel, yes, QB Naruto is an insanely strong ninja, so before anybody says he is top tier, I mean, you could probably get more value with a 4-star QB Naruto than a Raikage or Susanoo Sasuke, to be honest. With the right ninjas, that 4-star QB becomes insane. So I did try him the first time he was in the Lucky Star wheel, still did not manage to obtain him, and I only managed to get like a Shirado over I think 1,500 Lucky Stars then as well. Nothing else. This time around, pretty much the same story. Did over 1,000 something to only see Shirado one day, and then I just didn't see any seal scrolls and barely any summoning scrolls. So 2 days out of 3 days, I got nothing but stars, and I was getting a very low amount of stars anyway. But it's not really the idea of the stars, it's the idea of those ninjas. It's beyond ridiculous. It doesn't matter how good a ninja is, alright? First of all, you're getting a specific amount of QB frags. So for those people who don't even have him, you will get yourself a 2-star. Then once you get your 2-star, you upgrade him to a 3-star, and then 3-star to 4-star. So the idea is that you're going for a set of fragments, and it has less value than, full ninjas altogether. Except for, some, because I guess he is a very top tier ninja to the point where he's like an exclusive one. So he won't cost the same as regulars, but I'm just beyond sick of this, where a freaking 10 pull is 200 ingots or coupons, and they can't even give you a high chance of seal scrolls and summoning scrolls. I really do believe that heavy spenders are flagged in this game. I mean, I really do believe it. Based on all the I opened at least 1,000 lucky ninja packs in the entire 6 months I played to only get myself data or fragments. That's pretty much it. It's really hard to see it. And yeah, you can say whatever, like I'm mad that I just don't get shit in these games, but can you imagine playing a game for over a year and just see this thing reoccurring? That's kind of the reason why I stopped spending towards all the ninjas and all this kind of fancy shit, because I just got tired of it. And yeah, you guys seek entertainment from it because I'm wasting my own money, so you don't have to, and you see what goes on. But that's kind of the reason why I was going towards power focus, because you can go towards all this fancy shit and still just be the weakest person in the game. Power is going to take advantage over that. But honestly, at this rate, I wish I should have just went for battle power purely and just ignored this Lucky Star event. I always have the high hopes of looking towards this and be like, maybe I can actually get it for once in my life. But then it's just all the same. And Oasis is going to say, all the moderators, all the staff members will always say, nope, nobody's flagged, blah, blah, blah. It's a fair RNG system. They won't disclose the rates. Okay, we understand. But from all the coincidences and all the experiences I had, plus what I've seen from other spenders, I'm pretty sure there's something suspicious going on. Because how else are they going to keep getting heavy spenders to spend more? I mean, if they were getting rewarded every time they put at least $500 into the game just for something they wanted, then people would be spending less in total. So there's some kind of stupid and weird system going on. And honestly, I'm just getting sick of it. But apologies for those of you who didn't want to see this rant. I just couldn't get the Minato video out. Not sure if I can get it out tomorrow either. I'll have to see about that. But do expect the Naruto Online stream on Sunday. And I will be doing some sort of stream tonight as far as other games go. But, I'm just really tired of this when it comes to this unlucky star shit. I mean, I really don't care what anybody else has to say to me at this point. Like, I've experienced this too many times. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.